This podcast contains strong language and adult themes from the outset.
Finding the funny. Finding the funny. With Ruth and Ange, finding the funny.
Ange,
Patty!
how do you feel about horror films?
Hate them. Hate them. They are not for me.
What do you think's the scariest film you've ever watched is?
I don't know. I mean, probably like something really feeble.
Jaws.
I don't think I've ever watched Jaws, but yeah, be something along those
Something like that.
lines.
Matthew and I once, years ago, when we first got together, we'd often go to the cinema and see separate films.
Right, because you just don't have
Because
the same
very
tastes.
different. Oh my god!
So is
very
Marty
different.
horror?
Oh, he loves a horror
Oh
film.
no, can't stand them.
He absolutely loves a horror film.
No.
So one time I said, "Look, let's go and see something together, and you can pick it."
Oh no. What did you do that for?
He took me to see Insidious.
What even is that? I've never even heard
Oh my
of it.
god! It is the most terrifying film I have ever seen.
What is it?
in
What
my-
is
I
it
cried.
about then? What
I can't remember, Ange, because I was so fucking scared.
I mean, it sounds awful.
I cried about 3 or 4 times
Well, I
during
mean,
this film.
That doesn't surprise me.
So at one point, right, I'm sat there and I've got my fingers in my ears and I've got
your
my
eyes
coat
shut.
pulled up over my head and I'm leaned right into Matthew and I'm just going, is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet?
I
Is
mean,
it
why
done
did you
yet?
not? You
Is it
should have just
done yet?"
left. I'd been like, right, do you know what? I'm not staying around here anymore.
There's this bit where this devil's face appears behind a curtain and you don't know it's coming because it's quite jumpy. It's quite a
Yeah.
jumpy sort of film. So you can't like prep for it. So you're sat and this family are having this dinner and you can sort of get the
You
vibe
know
that
it's
perhaps
coming.
something is
Yeah,
coming, but
yeah.
you don't know what. And I let out an audible scream. When this devil's face appeared, I went, "Oh God!" and then threw my coat over my head, put my fingers in my ears, and just kept saying, "Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet?"
I just don't understand them because there's
Some people are so into them, though, aren't they?
But it's so unbelievable a lot of the time as well. I mean, I kind of sometimes think, why am I frightened of it? Because it is such a load of shit
No,
a lot
but
of the
it's
time.
the jumpy.
Yeah, it's the
don't know
jump
what's
scares,
coming.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this devil's face
yeah.
behind the curtain. Like this
Mm.
family are eating their dinner, and you can sort of sense something's coming, but you just think, what director goes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to shit up the audience. We actually hope somebody in the cinema shits themselves.
Actually does poo their pants.
Yeah, because that would be hilarious.
yeah.
We're just going to have this dark red black devil's
Oh.
face just appear behind this white sheer curtain whilst this family of 5 with 3 kids are eating their
Yeah.
evening meal.
So they actually shit their pants.
Oh, well, then the mum obviously gets up and she's like, "Oh my God." And like, honestly, it is just like, do you remember? I don't know if we've told this story before, but James and I once watched It. Do you remember that?
No.
So you'd gone to bed. James and I stayed downstairs. I can't remember how old I was, but he was like, "Come on, Rudy, let's watch It."
Is
And I
it
was
the
like,
one with the clown?
Yeah, so we
Oh.
watched it, okay, and I was absolutely terrified. James was also shitting himself, might I add. Anyway, the film finished. We like quickly turned the lights off, ran upstairs, got to the top of the stairs, and James went, "I don't want to sleep in my bed." And I said, "Neither do I." He said, "Let's go into Andrew's room."
Oh, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, so we opened the door to your room, and I don't know if you remember, Ange, but above your bed for years, you had a picture of a white clown.
Yes, I do remember that. Yes.
Right, so we open the door with the landing light on because we're both shitting ourselves, and staring back at us is this white clown on your wall. Everything else is pitch black.
Brilliant.
And James went, "I can't sleep in here either." So we shut the door and we both basically slept upright on the sofa. I mean, I say slept. We like kept waking
with
up
one
going,
eye
"Are you
open."
okay? Are you okay? Rudy, are you okay?
What
Yeah, I'm
i-
okay."
I mean, why did you ever do that?
Well, James was like, come on, Rudy, it'll be funny. It's not supposed to be that scary. Let's watch it. But I'll never forget us opening that door to your bedroom and that stupid shitting clown picture.
I remember that picture.
Yeah, it was a cool picture.
Yeah,
it was from Athena.
That's the one,
it?
Athena, big.
Do you remember that big 90s poster shot?
That
was
incredible.
incredible.
Yeah.
Do you know, everyone had the really fit man holding the baby, didn't they?
Yeah, that was a classic.
You
Yeah,
had that?
yeah. I mean, I was poster-tastic.
Oh my God, you loved a poster.
I loved posters, yeah.
Like an arty, art deco vibe
yeah,
poster.
sort of giving it really cool vibes.
Yeah, really cool 90s chic vibes.
Yeah, that was me, wasn't it? 90s chic.
Very you, very you. With an 80s perm.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Which was sort of a bit weird.
Yes, no, it wasn't weird. It wasn't weird
90s chic. But yeah, so I'll never forget that. Opening your bedroom door and like this, and we were like, oh my God.
Now, Pats, I do think we just need to address your very smashed behaviour at the weekend. I mean, you were out
my boozy weekend.
What the? Honestly, I think you are having a bit of a breakdown.
Oh, Ange, have you only just figured that out? I thought I'd been really honest. I was having like an unraveling.
Yeah, but this is like
therapy for like 7 months.
Yeah, but this is like next level. I mean, you know, Friday night out, Cirque du Soleil, then at the Corinthia, drinking posh cocktails, eating posh food, all that shit. Saturday, I think there's more regular Saturday. You went to Costa, great. Sunday,
and then I just stayed in.
Off to the bloody Ivy
in Marlow,
from like 2 o'clock in the afternoon till midnight.
We weren't in the Ivy all that time though. We went to the pub across the road.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't let you stay in there all that time, would they?
No, they would not.
No.
But it was fun. We had huge japes.
But what is it? What is all this drunkenness?
Okay, I can't remember the last time I got drunk, mate. Before these.
Well,
two.
I can because you
When?
FaceTimed me.
When?
Well, it was like, I don't know, earlier in the year. I can't remember now when it was, but you FaceTimed me and you're absolutely losing.
Yeah, so that's like what 12. Joe's just put, we've literally done podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's like we're not documenting how frequently this shit's happening.
Well, look, that's it now for me. I probably.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, right. Let's document the fact that today, Monday the 14th of February at 13:21, Patty has said that is now it for her.
Well, just for a few weeks, yeah.
Well,
I mean, like, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
that's a bit different to that's it for me.
Nothing this weekend. Nothing next weekend. Drunken. Probably nothing the weekend after. I mean, we're probably looking like early April before I'm back out on the lash again.
Well, honestly, it's just, you know, unbelievable shit, to be perfectly honest with you.
It's because it's normally you. It's because it's normally you.
No, I don't. I think it's less me now and more you, to be
That's
perfectly
what I mean,
honest.
but historically it's normally been you.
Well,
Unsmashed Patty, that's what I'm going to be.
Unsmashed Patty.
Unsmashed Patty.
However, it was very funny when I got the blue tick verification and you didn't.
Oh my God, that pissed me off. So I'm out on Friday night. I get a text message from Ange with a screenshot, and she puts, "This has appeared next to my name." I was like, "What?" So I go straight to my Instagram, no blue tick. I'm like, "What the hell is going on?" So then I FaceTime Ange, and the thing that's really pissing me off now by this point is, I don't really care about it. What does it mean?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it doesn't mean anything, does it?
And I'm like, what? All I've banged on about is a blue tick.
Yeah.
That's all I've banged on about. But anyway, look, we woke up Saturday morning, didn't we? It was there. It was right there. And we are now both.
Yeah, but what people
verified.
need to know, Pat, is the actual, like, total panic you went into. You were panicked, Patty. Forget smashed Patty. You were panicked. Yeah. She's FaceTime me going, do you think I'm going to get one, Ange? Like, why is it? Yeah. Why have you got one and I haven't? Do you think it's because your name begins with an A and my name begins with an R? So it's just taking a while for them to go through the ticks. And this just made for a brilliant few hours, to be perfectly honest, of Patty having a total panic about the fact that I had got the blue tick and it's all podcast fodder. It is podcast fodder. It is
all podcast. And that, do you know what? Look, to go back to the Smash Patty, that's what I'm bringing, you see. That is what I'm bringing.
Though? I mean...
Yeah, consistent fodder.
Really?
Yeah.
this week, I am doing the Urban Dictionary. Cue.
So?
What's it called?
The
Jingle.
You couldn't remember the name of the jingle. Cue, what is it? Cue the jingle.
Cue jingle. Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary. Right, okay, Pat. So, the Urban Dictionary I'm bringing this week is firecracker fart.
Right.
A firecracker fart. Now, it's not really that confusing because it's kind of a lot of it's in the
Well, obviously something to do with farting.
Oh, obviously, yes.
And I wonder if it's either something to do with the sound or the smell.
Right, okay.
I wonder whether it's a certain sounding fart.
Okay, that's what you're going with. Well, you're
I'm
actually...
going to go signed.
Yeah, you're actually quite right there, Pats.
Am I?
Yes, but the thing that made me laugh the most is the description, as quite often
as
happens
always
with the Urban.
Okay,
so a firecracker fart normally occurs at the tail end of an upset stomach juice.
Juice!
When you fire off a bunch of quick-hitting farts in a firecracker pattern with no substance or stink, but with the sound being amplified by the toilet bowl. John says to David, stay away from the taco truck today. Just took a hot and steamy logger with the firecracker farts encore at the end.
Upset stomach. So it's obviously when you're sat on the loo.
Yes.
You've had a
bit of an upset
old
stomach, but you've had
trots.
the old backdoor
You've had
trots.
the backdoor trots, yeah. You've had the Aztecs two-steps, as Jim Royal would say, from the royal family.
Why does he say that? The Aztecs
I don't know, but
two-steps.
that would be... I can't do that, Dave. We've got the Aztecs two-steps.
Oh, okay.
You've had a bit of that, and you're still on the toilet, and because of the toilet bowl...
Yes. You get the firecracker sort of sound.
Have you ever done a firecracker fart?
Oh, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
What, with your tummy juice?
Oh, yeah.
off the back of your rancid tummy juice.
Yeah. I mean, when I do go out on the town having the old drinky poos, like you when I'm a smashed Ange, I get the alco plops.
Yeah,
so I'm I'm not really a vommer.
No, me neither.
No, but I do. No. It does upset me the other way.
But you know what? I also don't get hangovers.
Yeah, what is that about?
The two girls that I was out with last night are like hanging today. They're honestly both of them. So they were both sick when they got home.
No,
absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. They're absolutely like they are messed today. The group chat that they are just like honestly, they're just.
Do you not get anything? Do you not get like a bit of a headache, or do you get the old alco plops?
I was at my desk at 8 o'clock this morning.
Do you just literally go home and go to bed, and then that's it? You're gone. You're out cold.
Yeah, I didn't sleep very well last night. I did wake at about. I was probably in bed by no later than midnight. It was, maybe even just before that.
You said on your story that it was coming up for midnight, and you were just in your car getting a McDonald's drive-through. Oh, so it must have been later than midnight.
So like 15:15 at the latest. Then really like just after midnight.
Right.
And then I woke at 5, and I struggled to get back to sleep, but I slept on and off. And then my alarm went off at 7:30, and I snoozed a couple of times. I was up at 8.
Bloody hell! Like,
and I'm like fine. I'm just fine. Like I'm fine today.
No, see, I feel dog rough now.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I honestly, I haven't taken any paracetamol. I haven't, I've drunk quite a lot today. I've had quite a lot of water, and
I just crave tea. Crave tea.
Yeah, I crave Diet Coke, but that's nothing new, really.
No, it's not. That's nothing to do with you being smashed or unsmashed, is it, Pat?
No, that's just Patty.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Hey, how do you feel this? Do you know what's getting on my tits? I know we're coming into shitting tits. We've talked about this before, but the Valentine shit on Instagram this morning. Oh my God, I want to punch the screen.
Also,
I don't get it.
I don't like all the Valentines, Galentines, Jalentines, Smalentines, Jamilines, Talitines, Alibis. Literally every kind of times you can get happens.
But today, all it It's like people, and then people doing stories saying, if you're single, don't worry that it's Valentine. Honestly, piss off. I don't get it.
No.
I don't get the Valentine's thing at all.
Totally
I never
agree.
have.
No.
And everything on Instagram today is just story of like videos,
just
of
shoving it in your
and
face,
roses and cards.
Did you see?
Chocolates.
Have you seen Cardi B's stories?
I don't follow Cardi B.
Yeah, so you've got to get onto Cardi B because she just brings you some really kind of legendary little snippets. But basically, because they were obviously Cardi and Offset, they were at the Super Bowl, as was every other freaking person that lives in Hollywood, apparently.
Yeah. As were Margs and Mal.
As was James. So I mean, they're all there living it up. We're on our sofas. Well, you weren't. You were out through McDonald's, but but obviously because it's the whole Valentine's shit today.
Yes.
After they'd been at the Super Bowl, Offset had basically put.
I'm watching it now. I'm watching it now. I am watching her stories now with like what looks like 3 million tons worth of roses,
petals all over.
Oh my god!
She loses her shit about. He then buys her about 5 Chanel bags. Honestly, it is like.
Is he an Amigos Offset?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just Migos, not Amigos.
Oh, Amigos. And we've had this conversation before. I always call them. I think last time I called them the Amigos. The 3 Amigos.
But then she's going, because she's going around, oh my God, he loves me. He's doing all this shit. And then she's going, I am going to lick his dick all night. Yeah, she's coming out with all the, blowing him off all night and shit because,
And he's saying, the only blowing off I'm doing is firecrackers off the back of my rancid tummy juice, Cardi, so you can get away from me. I've been at the Super Bowl. I'm going to have the alco plops in a couple of hours. Okay, so I've got a shitting tits, Ange.
Bring me your tits.
So when you go out with a large group of people, right, I just think you need to go into that situation thinking, if we're having food, we're just going to split the bill.
Mm-hmm. Yes, totally agree.
Because there are some people that really fucking annoy me when they're like, well, actually, the thing is, I didn't have a starter.
Yes.
So you want me to take off my £4.50 starter so that you don't have to pay the like extra 35 pence because there's 8 of us here. Yeah, but the thing is, though, you have had alcohol.
Yeah.
I had 1 cocktail. You've had 4 Diet Cokes. That's way more expensive than my 1 cocktail.
Do you know what? I think that it's the alcohol thing that, on the whole, really pisses people off. Like,
but just like,
you know, you go out, you think, well, we're all going out. Okay, so maybe a couple of people have driven or they don't drink. I mean, I think maybe if you don't drink, then it's slightly different.
I don't care.
If you're going out as a group, there's not any bit of me at any point that thinks I am keeping a track of what I'm eating and what I'm drinking, and I'm only paying my portion of that bill. I'm not contributing to anyone else's.
If somebody turns up and says, look, guys, money's a bit tight at the moment, I'm just going to have a main meal, that's it, and I'm probably going to drink water, I would probably just say, well, look, I'll pay for you, have what you want. Yeah. Don't worry about it. If you want to have a couple of drinks, I'm happy to chip in a bit more, but that's by the by. Yeah. If somebody does that, I get it, fine. We all have moments where our backs are against the wall, it's all a little bit tight money-wise, we've got to watch what we're doing. I totally understand that. But when people are like ordering pints of Diet Coke left, right and centre, which aren't cheap, having 3 courses or having a main and a dessert, and then the bill comes and they're like, yeah, but I didn't have a starter.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
like,
piss off, Sharon.
A few weeks ago when I went out, I didn't drink, and there was a couple of bottles of Prosecco that were bought. There was a couple of people had cocktails.
So was that evening was obviously an unsmashed patty.
Oh yeah, very, very much so. And I think you forget this. You just keep tabs of the fucking smashed patty. All you said to me all weekend is, you're just always in posh places.
Yeah, you are. You are.
Other than this weekend, when was the last time I was in a posh place?
3 weeks ago.
Where?
You were down at Pizzerovia.
What?
Yep. You forgot about it because you were too smashed.
I've never even heard of Pizzerovia.
Yeah, it's a new posh place down by where I live. And
Right, are you now just firecracker farting out of your mouth? Because that's what this sounds like.
No, but you do a lot of posh shit. You do.
What? And I am asking you now, other than this weekend, the last time I did posh shit was Coworth Park, and you were there too for Christmas. That was it. That was the last posh shit I did, and you were there too.
You've done some other posh shit of recent times.
What, since the new year started?
Maybe not since the new year, but definitely towards the latter of last year, I think you were doing a lot of posh shits.
What?
Yeah.
What was I doing?
I can't remember because I have
You
a
can't
memory
remember
of a
because
fish.
it's not true.
Well, it's not. I will find out. Don't you worry about it. I'm going to be on the detectives.
Oh, you're going nice throwback. Nice throwback.
But yeah, you do a lot of posh shit. Anyway,
well, this
moving
particular
on to
night I was unsmashed patty.
Yes.
And the bill came and I just said, let's just split it. Well, actually, I didn't have any alcohol. Honestly, I didn't have any alcohol. And then the conversation starts, I didn't either, actually. I'm driving, so... And I did give a couple of people a lift, so...
Yeah.
I probably...
So actually, I should be charging people some fuel.
Yeah, so if you could all give me a fiver on the way out
towards
for petrol
the cost of my
money,
fuel.
that would be great. And, and then when people actually take it to the nth degree where they say, can you pass me the receipt?
Oh,
and they get their
want to go
phone
through
out
it
on their calculator and they add up every single thing they've had.
Yeah.
And let's say you might have had to pay £45. They do it and they go, yeah, you see, mine's 38.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
I know.
Okay.
Do you think, though, like, there are those people in life that just are so tight?
Oh, honestly.
Like, I definitely could think of a few people that I know that I'm like, you are so tight with your wallet.
Now, look, don't get me wrong. We've all had, Matthew and I have had moments where we're eating beans on toast because our backs are against the wall and we're like, shit, we've got no money.
Your backs are against the wall, Pats.
You're up against it, mate. We've all been there. We've all checked our bank account and gone, shit, I only got paid 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I actually have nothing left.
This is a 5-week month and I've got hardly any money left. I get it. I absolutely get that. We went out with, Matthew and I went out with some mates again. I didn't drink.
Was it a posh place? Was it a posh place?
No, it was the local pub in our village.
Right, fine, okay.
We went out with a couple of mates. They were a bit strapped for cash, so we just said, look, we'll just get you lunch. It's fine. If we're strapped for cash in a few weeks or whatever, just return the favour. That's fine. Yeah. But I get it. I understand that going out to eat is a bit of a luxury. I get that. Not everyone can afford to do it, but...
Not everyone can afford to go to the Ivy and the Corinthia.
But... let's just caveat this with a but, right? If you would have paid 45 quid and you tot up your bill and it's 40, come on now. Come on.
Come on, Sandra.
Come on.
Just give over your extra fiver and let's be done with it. Yeah.
It's a fiver.
Yeah. Yes, it is very annoying, that shit.
Getting the bill and then adding up your stuff.
Yeah, breaking it down. Do your breakdown.
And I didn't have a dessert. Yeah, my dessert was £5.50.
It's basically going to cost you 40p extra.
Yeah,
Sandra.
but I didn't have one though, did I? So I'm not greedy guts like you lot. So, and actually, I did a run this morning. So, if you want to be frivolous with your cash,
you want to be greedy gutsy, then I'm not paying for you, I'm afraid.
You want to be frivolous with your cash, a greedy guts, and not do any exercise, that shit is on you. Yeah. But I am a very disciplined person.
Very tight, very disciplined.
Very good with my money.
And I will not be giving you the extra 40p towards your dessert.
Because actually, I look at you and I look at the size of you and think you didn't need that.
And I just think, that is disgusting.
This is me actually teaching you a lesson in future. Yeah. Don't have one because you're fat.
You greedy pig.
You are a greedy pig.
Greedy pig.
Greedy guts is such a great
greedy guts. Yeah.
Greedy guts. Anyway, that was my shit.
That is a very good tits, Pats, and I think everyone will have had their own experiences of your tight ass teeners, as I like to call them.
Yes, or as I like to call them, your tats.
Your tats. Great tits from tats. I mean, tats and tits. Titty tats.
You could actually say great tat tits from Pats.
Moving swiftly on to the dickish behaviours. Now, we have had a great dickish in from one of the OGs, Butters, as we like to call her, Charlotte, on the gram. She says, when you're on the phone to someone and the person who's in the room with you keeps interrupting with, oh, tell them blah, 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 blah. Tell them, something. Tell them this, blah, 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 blah. No, she says, fuck off. If you want to tell them, phone them yourself.
Yeah.
She's then gone on to say that her dad's wife does this when she's talking to her dad, and it drives her up the pissing wall. And I'm with
honestly,
on that.
This is a brilliant dickish behaviour.
This really is.
Do you know who does this?
Margs does this all the jeffing time.
If you're ever on the phone to Mal,
yeah,
and she can't hear, the thing is, she can't hear that if it's not on loudspeaker, she can't hear that we're talking on the other end.
No, with Mal, his phone is linked to his hearing aid.
Oh, it's all very flashy. It's all very posh,
yeah. So it's on loudspeaker, but Marg still can't hear it.
And so you're talking, and Mal's obviously going, yeah, and all you hear is, oh, did you tell her about Rob? Did you tell them about Rob and Ma? Tell them, that's what, hang on a second, Mark, hang on. No, but Rob and Ma are coming here if they want to pop over in 14 weeks' time.
Put it in your diaries. Tell them to
Rob
put it in their diaries.
All right, yeah. Can you hear Ma? Yeah, I can hear her. Rob and Ma are coming here in, 2023. Put it in your diary. Or, ask if they want to come here for lunch on Sunday.
Yeah.
Mal, ask them if they would like.
The thing as well, Mal is just slowly getting more and more riled.
Losing the will to live.
And in a minute, Margs, he's going to bite your head off. He is literally going to say, Margs! And he does that.
Yeah, if you're not, this video will hopefully go up on the socials, and Ange is doing a great impression of Mal, which is basically
he does that, doesn't he?
Wiggles his lip and shakes his fist, a bit like a cartoon character.
Yes, that is very much Mal. Yeah.
But it's very Tom and Jerry-esque. Real fisty shaking of the fist.
She's bloody driving me up the wall. Why does she keep going on about this shit? I'm on the phone, Margs. You call Ange later and tell her the shit you want to tell her.
Yeah, but Margs never calls, does she? That's the thing.
Very rarely.
It's always
Margs.
Mal.
Yeah.
It's always Mal. Now, look, don't get me wrong. Sometimes Mal can be dickish with his phone calls.
Oh, very much so, yeah. Well,
because he'll phone, you'll answer, and it'll be like, hi, Dad. Hiya. Long silence. Just like a long...
Total pause.
And then, you all right? Yeah, we're fine, we're fine. How are you and Matt? Yeah, we're all good. Long pause. Yeah, right. What have you been doing today then? I've been at work, Mal.
I'm actually still at work now, Mal, because it's 2:00 in the afternoon.
Oh, right. Yeah, massive long pause. Spoken to Ange? No, not yet this week. No, he loves. Yesterday, it's only Tuesday.
Mal loves a call in the car.
Oh, I will never forget the time when you answered the phone. I was at your house. I'll never forget this. And your answer was straight away, "Oh, I don't know, Dad." Then you had a bit of a conversation with him, put the phone down, and you actually put the phone down. And you said to me, when I answered there, Mal's opening line was, "Who does your house insurance?" Didn't even say hello. Even say hello. Who does your house insurance? All I heard the other end, I don't know, Dad. And then he must have gone to say something to which you went, I don't know, I'll have to check later. Ian's not here. I'm in the middle of doing something. And then Mel will just go, okay, bye. And he just hangs up.
Yeah. It's like he's in the car and this thought enters his head.
Yeah.
Car insurance, better ring Ange. Rings me, like I'm going to know, especially at 2:00 in the afternoon. Oh yeah, Mal, I know who does that.
Yeah. Oh, well, who does your house insurance?
Before, because they're obviously in the old La at the moment. Yeah. They've done the whole Super Bowl shit and all that.
Yeah.
But before they went away, because obviously now with the COVID, all the shit you have to do to travel, all this sort of stuff. COVID. It's the first time that Margs and Mals have done a flight since COVID. So anyway, I think Mal must have called me within the space of 2 days, probably around 10 times.
Oh, I feel you.
And I'd
feel
see
for
his
you, mate.
number come up on Mal. Oh, shit, what now, Mal? And I'd literally answer and he'd go, right, Ange, I've done this app. I've done the Verify app, but now I've got to upload some documents. Where do I find those documents? Or what are the documents? I'm like, that, for fuck's sake. What am I? Some kind of travel agent? It's all just like speed dialing. And Marge was here one of the days, and honestly, every time she's like, "Is that Dad ringing you again?" I'm like, yes, there'll be something else now he needs to know about flying, or
that I've got to tell
a test he's got to do, or some sort of document he's got to file or upload. Because one
now,
point
Ange, I've just done a shit. Is there somewhere I need to log that before I fly? Because I don't know for this COVID stuff. No, Mal, you're fine. Oh, right. There's not an app that I need to
document that. No.
Oh, right. What about if I do one the morning of? That's fine too, Mal. That's fine too.
Because they obviously had to have a test before they flew.
Yes.
And then you have to upload the results of your test to this app, right?
Right.
So he's obviously trying to do that, and it's not working. So he calls me up, like I'm some sort of app expert,
Guru.
Test expert.
Yeah.
He's like, Ange, right, I've got these results through, and I'm trying to upload them to the app, and I'm using the QR code on the document, but it's not working. I said, okay, well, maybe don't use the QR code. Maybe you can just upload it sort of manually. Oh yeah, it does give me the option to upload manually. So
Mal.
maybe just do that, Mal. Why did you need to call me to check about how to do it when I've never jeffing done it, Mal?
I'm not flying anywhere.
I've not flown anywhere since 2019, Mal.
Yeah.
Sort your shit out, Mal. And then, right, Margs is here at the time. Margs is, giving it all. She's Bertie Big Bollocks. Like, she has a bloody clue what to do.
Oh, just tell him to upload it manually. In the background. Marg's in the background giving it. Oh, for God's sake, Mal, just upload it, Oh God, just do the manual upload. Even I would have known that. I've done the QR code and it worked. Mum haven't got a shitting clue what a QR code is.
No, I mean she did. I said to her at one point on that day, Mum, have they emailed you test results through? Oh, I don't know. I can't see where my emails are. So I'm having to look on her phone to see if she's got them. And then she's like, I haven't got my glasses, so I can't read it anyway.
But
you need a
when
constant
Mal's getting it wrong.
Yeah. She's like
in the background giving it
Mal, just do the manual upload.
Ignore the QR code.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
You should know this, Mal. Come on.
Everyone's gone QR code shitting crazy.
They have,
haven't
they?
They've had the best comeback.
It's almost, but it is getting on my I mean, still now, if you go to Nando's, you still have to do your own order on your phone.
Because it got down.
I know, but I'm like, I'm actually here in your restaurant. I would like someone to either come to me and take my order, or I'll go and speak to somebody. I don't want to be sat at the table with my phone, scanning the shitty sticker.
I know. And then also you can't quite get it right. Doesn't scan. You're like, oh God, this doesn't work. And can I borrow somebody else's phone? But the QR code made a comeback, didn't it? Pandemic based. That had, I mean, it had gone.
Yeah.
Nobody was using a QR code. Then they were shitting everywhere.
And this is what's annoying me. Why are they still everywhere?
Yeah.
Why are we
People
still
are loving a QR?
QRing shit in restaurants? In restaurants.
Well, I don't know because in posh establishments.
Oh yes,
they don't have them.
No, that's true. I mean, you.
So I don't do your Nando's.
No, yeah, you just.
I don't do your Nando's shit. I'm
Corinthia and Ivy.
I'm your Corinthia. Yeah, I'm your Corinthia, your Ivy. You know,
Pizza Rover. Pizza Rover.
I've never been there, but yeah, sure.
You were too smashed.
If it's posh, I'll go. But yes, Butters, we're with you. When people do that in the background,
such a great dickish. That absolutely
dickish.
Brilliant.
That is so good. And also, the other thing is I'm like, I sort of think in the end, I just end up saying, right, shut up now.
Oh yes.
If I'm in the room, and the person is doing it, I'll just go, all right, you can talk to her at the end.
Yeah.
Shut up.
The thing is, as well, you're the one that's on the phone, so you've got the person you're speaking to in one ear. You've got Prickhead sitting next to you talking about it. That's quite a good word, that, isn't it? Prickhead.
Do you know the other thing that annoys me? This is slightly off piece, but the other thing that annoys me, similar sort of vibe, is if somebody is in another room in the house, like for example, let's take Marley and I, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
So if I'm in the kitchen and perhaps I've got the tap on and he shouts something to me and I say, I can't hear you, so he just says it again. I can't hear you, so he just, and you just hear like for tomorrow. I got tomorrow, and so you turn the tap off. I can't hear you. Oh no, tomorrow. No, Matthew. If you want to tell me something about tomorrow, I'm loading the dishwasher. I'm doing a rinse and loading the dishwasher. Come and tell me.
I know, that is very annoying.
That's really annoying.
Yeah.
Just keep saying it at the same tone. I can't hear you. I can't fucking hear you.
You're like, can you not tell that I have the tap on or the kettle's boiling and they're still trying to shout? Just come downstairs. Come and tell me in the room I'm in.
I tell you what, if you can't be bothered, phone me.
Phone, yeah, phones. I actually keep thinking I might get some sort of tannoy system installed in this house. The amount of shitting phone calls I make to every Tom, Dick and Shit and Harry in this house. You know, one of them's upstairs, one of them's outside. I'm like, oh, I'll call them and tell them that, and then I'll call them and tell. I'm like, I'm just going to get a tannoy. I'm going to install a tannoy system.
I just feel like just come into the room. Right? If you want to tell me something,
don't keep shouting
get up,
it.
Stand in the doorway and say, "Are we going for dinner tomorrow?"
Although
it's the only thing I got from that.
It
the
is
only
quite
thing
funny.
I got from that sentence is tomorrow. Is it?
Well, no, it is quite funny when the person just keeps like trying to shout it louder.
Like, what normally happens is the shouter does end up doing it really loud, but in a really like aggressive way.
I said, what are we doing tomorrow? And you're like, bloody hell, you don't need to shout. So you're angry about it.
And then you turn the tap off and just very quietly back say, you're not doing
nothing.
So this is a new little segment we're trying out, isn't it, Angie?
It is. I mean, this came off the back of, was it last week's episode when we talked about it?
Yeah, so I did a thing, didn't I, last Sunday?
on your stories.
On the Finding the
Funny stories, yes.
Where people shared their good news of the week, and we thought, hey, this would be a great idea.
Yeah.
So we had loads in the Finding the Funny box, and I had loads on my own page as well. So we just picked out a few. We're just gonna rattle through them. We might talk about ones a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just take it in turns. So
I think the thing is about this, Pats, it's just a way of identifying and raising the good stuff that happens in like our lives, in the people that listen to us, because it's quite easy to sometimes overlook those things.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's why we thought, let's put a bit of time into our podcast to just talk about those things that have been really good things in your lives
for the listeners this week.
For the listeners.
Listeners.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one that we had is finally found some treatment for long COVID, hopefully starting that treatment soon. That is amazing news.
Especially because I don't really know sort of how it feels to have long COVID, and
I've got a friend who's got it.
Have you?
Yeah, she lost her taste. She had it not October last year, the October before, and her taste and smell is still not back to normal.
Oh my god!
So it's actually quite awful for her. Really.
Yeah,
it's really not very nice.
That is amazing that they're getting some help with that.
So good.
This is a great one. Got a promotion and my pay rise has been backdated 6 months.
Yeah, the drinks are on you.
Yes,
the drinks.
You can go to the Corinthia.
Well, you won't be splitting the bill.
no, not a chance.
You won't be adding up your own little
your little tally of what you've had.
No,
well done. That is a super thing.
Amazing. This is a really good one as well. I saw my doctor about my mental health, and I am finally getting support. And I think, Ange, both you and I can massively identify with that, and how what a relief it feels when you take the plunge. And that's a scary thing to do, you know. That is a scary thing to do.
Yeah.
to have that first consultation. So all of us at Finding the Funny are so happy that you're finally getting the support that you need.
Very, very much so. I think, like you said, Pats, we've both had our own experiences with this, and it really will start to make such a difference to your life.
Absolutely.
So really, really pleased for you that that's happening.
Yeah.
This is another one where you sort of think, oh my gosh, this must feel so amazing. But someone sent in, they had some scary MRI results that came through, and they have got the all clear. Hallelujah! That. I mean, I've never ever had to have something like that done and sort of wait for results in that way. But I just think that must be such a relief when you get that. Everything's okay. Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah.
So really, really happy for you.
We're so pleased.
Thank you for sharing that news.
Absolutely. Yeah, amazing. This is a great one. The empowerment this person must feel. Handed in my notice after 10 years in a toxic job. Wow.
Oh my gosh. And that is such a brave thing to do.
Yeah, isn't it?
Like when you've been in a job like that for such a long time, that is a seriously brave move, and
just to identify that it's toxic as well. Like I think work can become it's become such the norm, doesn't it? Like that's just my job and that's what I do, and I just sort of have to put up with it. Like amazing. To firstly identify that it's toxic and it's not a good place for you to be is massive. But then to take the plunge and say, no, I'm not going to be in here anymore. I'm out. Amazing.
Well done. And this person said that they left their house and saw other people than their medical team.
Amazing.
Which that, again, so brave.
Yeah.
Really, really, that is so amazing that you've been able to do that.
And also, they've got a medical team, so they must feel pretty unwell a lot of the time. But to have got to a stage where actually you're feeling
well enough
to
kind of get out of your house
to see
and
friends
see other people,
be around your family and stuff, especially after the 2 years we've had of not being able to do that, to then have medical conditions on top of it that make that difficult. That is such good news, and we're so happy that you've been able to have a bit of time with your people and be in community again. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
I think we can all identify with this one. The relief that we feel. This person put, my car passed its MOT.
Whoa!
Honestly, that phone call when they're like, sorry, it's failed, and you're like, please let it be a brake light, please let it be. What is it? There's about 4 or 5 things actually. It's the exhaust. There's a problem with your brake pads and your discs. It's the cam belt.
There's a problem with your seat belts. They're not working properly.
There's a cam belt problem. We're probably gonna have to put a brand new cam belt on, and there is a broken backlight. So you're just like, oh shit.
Basically, we're going to charge you about $1,000.
Do you remember that car? Do you remember that car that you had that we named the Skip, Ange? Yes. Every single MOT it failed, didn't it? Towards the end of you having it, that red Citroen.
Yeah, Citroen Picasso.
Saxo. No, Picasso. That's the one. Every single MOT, it'd be like, oh god, it's failed. It's going to be $3,000. I mean, by the end, it was costing more to get it through its MOT than the car was worth.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that's the sticky wicket, isn't it? Because if you don't have enough money to get a car, you just got to stick with it.
You've got to keep doing it. Yeah. So a huge relief when your car passes. That is bloody amazing.
Such a great one, and we're so pleased it passed its MOT.
And this is a really lovely one. Someone sent through that they had reserved a puppy. Oh my gosh,
that is so nice.
That little puppy is going to bring you so much joy. I mean, a lot of piss and shit on your carpets and stuff, but that comes with the territory. But the joy that little puppy is going to bring will be incredible.
They put the breed on it as well. It's a cross between a Cocker Spaniel and a Yorkshire Terrier.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So it'll be lots of fun.
Those, then?
A Cocker Terrier?
Spaniel, Yorkshire Terrier.
A Cocker Terrier, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know, but that was the mix.
Wow.
That was the mix. And that we just hope that you have loads of fun with it and it brings you so much joy
and keep us up. Let us know when you've actually got the puppy and what it's called and all of that stuff. Yeah.
But we're so happy you managed to reserve.
Yeah, that is wonderful.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What a lovely little way to finish.
Yeah, very much so.
All of those amazing good news. Everyone at the team of Finding the Funny is so happy that there's been so much good news flying around this week. Some really, really amazing ones in there.
Yeah, and we'll this will be a little segment. We'll just kind of
drop in
here and there and just kind of hear some of your good good news.
Exactly.
But yeah, thank you so much for everyone that has shared some of their good news from this week, and we really hope that all of these things continue to be really good and joyful in your lives over the coming days, weeks, months, years.
Amazing. Remember, there's loads of ways you can get in touch with us. We haven't done many calls to action this week.
We have not actually, no.
Anything that's on your shitting tits, anything that you think is dickish, we always love hearing from you. There's loads of ways you can get in touch with us. Andrew and I are both now verified on Instagram.
You didn't know. We've both now got the blue tick. Yes, because that really does make all the difference.
It does. So you can find us both on Instagram. I'm at Ruth Corden. She's at Ange Corden.
And you can also find the Finding the Funny podcast on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Just search Finding the Funny.
Just search that, yeah.
But this has been a really nice episode, hasn't it?
It
I've liked
has,
it. It felt like a good one. It's felt like a really good one.
Yeah, it's felt very flowy. We flowed.
We flowed.
We've got a lot of
I don't know if Joe
flowing.
will agree with that in the edit, but
No.
hey ho, there we go. That's why we pay him the big bucks.
That's why we actually pay him nothing.
Jackal. Anyway, listen, thank you so much for listening. As always, Ange and I will be back here next week helping you to find more of the funny.